people touch ground over here, they feel like,
all of a sudden it's like,
ya, acabaron.
We bring
and I read, speak, and write in Spanish, so I do better than.
And you're right. So. I do know a lot of Dominicans, and I never hear that. I do only hear that from some Puerto Ricans, and it's a shame because you should want, no matter where, because remember this is the diaspora. Either your grandparents or your parents had to leave the island for one reason or another. The same way there's people leaving the island now for one reason or another because of all the problems and and issues that are going. They feel the need to leave in order to better their lives, but you should always want them to claim, like you said, oh no, don't deny it. They tell you in DR, don't deny it. That's in your blood. That's what every Puerto Rican should tell every other Puerto Rican that has like el borinquen en la sangre. It's like, don't deny who you are. You are one of us. So that should be what they're telling everybody. Not this whole you're not a real Puerto Rican or versus not. Welcome to This Time Now, where the laughs are loud. From shared traumas to current poca vergüenzas, nothing's off the table.
The show blends humor, healing, and real talk, with a few tears in between. It's safe and judgment-free.
Here you can dream out loud. We're two cousins with a deep bond and even deeper convos, showing up with laughter, real talk,
and the kind of honesty that heals. It's familia, it's safe, and it's real. Come on, pull up a seat and pour yourself a cafecito.
You're hanging with your favorite primos.
Welcome back, primos. I'm Lo.
And I'm Lo.
Glad to have you back with us. Let's get right into it.
You did it backwards, right?
I did. I'm all out of order.
I'm like, was it me or was it you?
No. It was all me. I'll deal with it later. How are you, Prima? What's up? What you been up to?
What's up, cuz? Not much. Nah, I've actually been doing a lot, guys. You will be impressed. I've actually been outside.
She has been outside. I'm a little jealous.
So let's see, where do we start? I went to the Puerto Rican Festival, obviously, as if you guys seen the last episode, you see we did a Puerto Rican month. Mm-hmm. Episode 2 parts. And I went to the festival. My daughter convinced me to go. I obviously we spoke about us, how we used to do that all the time, go to the festival, the parade. It was always a thing. But I'm like a little bit. What's that when you're afraid of crowds or when you can't
Anxious?
do? I think they call it like. I'm definitely. I've spoken about my anxiety, but I think it's called like agoraphobia, something like fear of crowds. Like I can't be in really crowded places, so it's like I'll usually go into a full blown panic attack. But my daughter convinced me. She said, "Ma, just come for a little bit. We'll go down." She goes, "We're gonna take the train." I'm like, "That's where I draw the line. Right. I am not getting in nobody's train during a parade or a festival." So I ended up driving out there, and then we parked like around 126 in like Lexington or Lenox, something like that around there. And then we just walked because it started like around 120. It's supposed to be one. I think it's between 116. No, it was before 116. So I would say it started like around 123rd and then down to like 114, 113, something like that. It was a few blocks. Right. So I stood on the outskirts and stuff like that. She put her little Puerto Rican bandana. Yo estaba bien festive. And we had a really good time. We took her boyfriend with us. He's Antiguan. Yeah, so he had never been to the Puerto Rican parade or the festival. So he was excited to go, mingling. We had a really, really, really fun time. They kept going and I was trying to skid out. I was like, I'm getting out of here. So I was like, I'm going to wait for y'all right here in this corner. And I tried to sneak away, but then I bumped into my brother and my brother-in-law and like the whole entire family. So they ended up making me stay for like another hour or so. But yeah, I had a really, really, really good, really, really awesome time though. I really did. Then I didn't do the parade because that's too much for me. I couldn't do. But yeah, I had a really, really, really fun time celebrating. It had been a while since I had been down to like, the parade and stuff like that. I always watch the parade on TV, but it's not the same, right? Yeah. So it was cool. Then the next day, which was the Puerto Rican parade, one of our cousins, you actually went to the beach, right? Did you meet up?
I did.
Did you get to go to the beach?
I went to the beach.
One of our cousins called us like, hey, I'm going to be at the beach if you want to come, because they know I ain't going to nobody's parade in that mess. But I was like, let me see, because I'm tapped out. Like, it was too much, right? But my husband ended up saying, come on, let's go. He's into colognes and fragrances, and he wanted to go to some fragrance shop down in Soho. to try out some cologne. I don't know. He's into all that. So anyway, I ended up going with him. And oh, we ended up making a day out of it. We had an awesome time. I ended up we went into two fragrance houses. I should have taken down the name. Sorry. For the next times, I'll tell you the fragrances and things he's into. But anyway, we went to two different fragrances. So we ended up bumping into this art gallery. It was the Martin Lawrence Art Gallery down in Soho. And they ended up having a feature, the artist Takashi Murakami. He's the one that did the cover for Graduation, Kanye's album Graduation. And it was amazing. Like, that's not that much of the art I'm into. I'm more into the abstracts. Like, I love more the abstract art. Yeah. But that was interesting, like, to see. It was amazing. And the staff there, I'm gonna tell you, we weren't planning to go to art gallery. We was just having a lazy day, sort of say. I was in flip-flops, shorts, tank tops. I even had my little Puerto Rican flag on my purse because, it was Puerto Rican parade. Even though I wasn't going there, I still had my little flag. And they treated us 5-star. Really? 5-star service. They took their time. The young lady in the front, she went explain, she's like the art advisor. She explained to us, like, the differences in the art and how they estimate the value. It's not a concrete thing, but more or less the trends and things. I was geeked out. Like, I was totally, I just love to look at art. I don't know much about it. I don't know, about the investment part of it. And she totally had me geeked out in that point that I was there. She just kept going and going. And I think she kept going because I was like, she could tell that I was so interested and so invested in what she was saying that she was just, I was totally geeked out. I loved it. I had an amazing time. It turned out to be a really, really fun day. After that, I don't know if you heard about Café Colmado down in Soho as well. It's like a little Spanish coffee shop.
I've heard of it on social media. But
yeah, they're really popular on social media. That's how I bumped into them. So I've been dying to go. So of course I was like, I have to go over there. So I ended up going. They had this big event in the back. They almost didn't let me in. I'm like, I just want a Mallorca, which is a Puerto Rican sandwich that they, bread. And usually they have a sandwich or con guayaba. And I'm like, I just want a Mallorca. So he was like, you know what? He let me in. So I ended up getting in. I had a coquito latte. And I had un sándwich de Mallorca y Mallorca con guayaba. You would have thought I was in Puerto Rico. But let me tell you something. Literally, all they sell is coffee there. This is not a club. But when you go into this place, you would not think this was a coffee shop. Especially since they had this event there. It looked like a full-blown club. Nadie cabía. You have people going to the front like, oh, can I have, trying to ask for alcohol? They're like, no, we don't sell no alcohol. Just coffee. Oh my God. The music, they had a DJ right behind the coffee. But fly. They have a little event in the back, and I think they were giving out medallas in the back as part of the Puerto Rican parade day event. So she was like, they got beers in the back if you want it. But here it's just a coffee shop. Super dope. Homey vibe. You have like the old school couches, like with plástico and everything. You would think you're in your abuela's house. So dope. But I'm telling you, it was like this. You thought you were in a club. The music, excellent. Like, we had an awesome time. What else did I do that day? I'm telling you, that day was eventful. Yes, okay, I didn't want to do nothing. Then after that, I didn't want to do nothing. After that, que yo hice más. Oh, then we went to Cats. To get a sandwich. So ya tú te imaginas. Luckily, the line wasn't too crazy. And then we ended up going to a little Turkish stop next door, like a little Turkish cafe, and getting some kind of Turkish sandwich that my husband wanted to get. Anyway, but yeah, that was Saturday and Sunday, Puerto Rican weekend. That's what I did. What else? Then the following weekend, because I'm telling you, no he parado la pata. The following weekend was my brother-in-law's birthday barbecue. My sister's partner, and that was fun. You were there. I'm gonna wait till you talk about what you did this weekend, so we can talk more.
I had to be reminded of what I was.
So we can talk more in depth about la poca vergüenza that happened in that barbecue. So we'll pause that one for a few minutes until it's his turn. What else did I do? Then was it that same weekend? Yeah, the next day. Let me see. I can't even keep track of my days. Yeah, so then the next day I ended up meeting up with my best friend. We went to New Jersey, Surf City. They have like a little marina out in Jersey. Surf City. I don't know if you guys know where this Surf City thing is. I wrote the Surf City and not the town. I would expect you guys that for me it's like saying City Island, but maybe I should be specific with you guys to let you know if you know. Yeah, Jersey City. I thought so. So it's in Jersey City. It's like a little marina. Beautiful. It's like a city island, but like a little bit more high class.
Yeah.
We were by the water. They had the little water taxis, yachts coming in, and we over there, me and her daydreaming like, oh, that's my yacht. That's having an awesome time. We had such a good time. We haven't met up in a little while, so it was fun to meet up with her and just have a good time. The food was amazing, delicious. Everything was awesome. Quema. Let me see, quema. Ah, my baby, my little grandbaby graduated. She had a step up ceremony in class. I went with that. I literally took a 2 hour lunch break, went to her thing, and came back from work because she's in school not too far from me. Then my oldest niece graduated high school. Beautiful, beautiful. She had a little hiccup. Por poquito no se gradúa in the last minute. She had this complication with one of her classes. Mind you, all her other classes were 90, but there was this one class that was like the teacher and her just was like bumping heads. So my brother's like, oh, I'm going over there. I'm like, let me go with this fool before he don't get arrested in the damn school because he's acting a fool or something. So me and my brother ended up going over there, and thank God everything worked out and she was able to graduate on time. And what else? Oh, the last thing that I did was I went to Niagara Falls this weekend that just passed. But before that, I had a little passport fiasco because like 3 weeks before I'm ready to leave, I realized that my passport is about to expire. So we went for 4th of July weekend. We went from the 3rd to, we came back on the 6th, and my passport expired July 6th.
Why'd you need your passport?
Yeah, you need a passport to cross into Canada. That's international.
But Niagara Falls is on our side.
Well, we went to the Canada side. Yeah, we went to the Canada side. From what I hear, the New York side is not as exciting. They don't have as much. This was my first time, so I can't say for sure. But this is what I read and what I've heard is that the New York side doesn't have as much activities. And when you look at the falls, you're looking at the top of the falls over, as opposed to the Canada, you're seeing the falls coming down. So oh my God, so fue un show. So I had to go down to the passport office because if you're traveling within 2 weeks, they'll give you like an emergency passport. So what I did is like I told them, oh, I'm leaving this weekend. I ended up the only appointment I had available was for like Thursday of the week before, and I'm like, oh, I'm leaving tomorrow on the Friday, just in case there was a hiccup. Thank God I did that, and I didn't try to book it right before because the system was down. I gave them all my paperwork. They were like, oh, come back at 3 to pick it up. When I go back at 3, they're like, oh, the system is down. We'll call you when it's ready. Jeez. They didn't call me until Monday. So imagine if I was really going that weekend, it would have been sad. So if you're ever in an emergency, don't try to go right before the day because you never know. Give yourself at least a week or as soon as possible. And just tell them that you're traveling that day. So what my daughter did, I'm not telling y'all to scam or anything like that. What my daughter did was just to show proof that we were traveling. She booked a hotel for the week before we were actually traveling with my name, just to show proof that we were going that weekend so they wouldn't give us a hard time. And then, of course, we canceled it because our real booking was the following week. So, but yeah, luckily I was able to get it. I ran down there, got it in time, and that was that. So don't be like me, leaving everything for the last minute. And then the Niagara Falls was just amazing. We had such a good time. We went, it was my daughter, my son, my granddaughter, and my daughter's boyfriend. Let me tell you something. My son I'd never seen my son cheese so hard and just like, he's not the pictures and video he was taking pictures and videos, and it was amazing. My daughter started crying because she's a wuss. She's like me. She's like, oh my God, he's so happy and I'm so glad we just had an amazing time. We had dinner in the revolving hotel. There's the hotel that Final Destination. I don't think they actually recorded the movie there, but they took the idea from that. So it revolves while you're there. So we had lunch there one day, and then the following day we had dinner at right at the falls. There's a restaurant right over the falls, beautiful. And then we did like a few excursions walking by the falls. The best one was one that's called Behind the Falls. If you don't do nothing else, do that. That takes you to this thing and you're literally like right under the falls. it's like an out of body experience. We took so many videos and it doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
And then we did on the 4th of July. We did the nighttime not bus, the boat.
Okay.
The boat ride, and we saw the fireworks on the boat in the
On the
nighttime
water?
on the water on the
Nice.
4th of July. It was an amazing
Nice.
trip. The only thing that I'm an early riser and they sleeping late, so I'm there up at 7 in the morning. I see twiddling my thumbs and everybody's sleeping. So of course, me, Dora the Explorer, went outside. I found a new restaurant, Tim Hortons. Amazing. I hope they come over here. The best breakfast. It's like a cross between Dunkin' Donuts and some kind of like they have like chicken wraps in the afternoon, and in the morning they have eggs and stuff. The coffee, amazing. I found some Dollarama thing, que it's like a Dollar Tree, but not really. It's like more high end. Joy se compra. I found the supermarket that was like an Aldi's called No Frills.
Brought the food over.
Well, no, that I just bought like cereal and stuff for them when they wake up in the supermarket. But from the Dollarama, I bought kitchen stuff. Because my son-in-law, we went in his car. His car is big. I was like, once I saw I have room to shop, I came back with 2 big bags of comprando de todo. I even went and got a pedicure one morning when they were.
Damn.
I was like, you know what? Caminando por ahí encontré una chinita, the best freaking foot massage that I've ever had. I had a little man pedicure right there.
It's the vacation.
De todo. Because, it's like, what am I going to do for like 2 hours, 3 hours while everybody's still sleeping? Yeah. Ridiculous. And then, of course, my control. So I had a wonderful time. The only thing is that since I have like a little bit of control issues, having to depend on somebody else was like driving me a little crazy. But we did pretty good. Like I said, I already explored. Yo me tiré to all the little stores, little shops, did my own little thing. Had a good time. Going over there, I was like, oh my God, I hope they let me drive the whole way. Because I'm like, sitting in the back, I knew I was going to get anxiety. It's like a 6.5 hour, 7 hour drive. I was like, I'm going to get anxiety on my way over there. But no, they ended up letting me drive. My son-in-law was tired. He went to the back to sleep, and I ended up driving the whole way in the light. And trust me, it's not a bad thing because I rather, that's my control issues. But in certain areas, it worked out for everybody because they didn't mind me driving. And I wanted to drive. Yeah. Then on the way back, I drove a few hours and then I don't see at night. So they took over. I went to the back, me acosté a dormir. But we didn't get home till like 1 in the morning. Because the weather was raining. They had to start going slow, the whole 9 yards. But it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We had an amazing, amazing time. What about you?
Me, we have 4 weeks off, and I how I am on my calendar. I'm like, I'm gonna do 50 million things, and yo no hice nada. I didn't do anything. I waited till the last minute to start working on some stuff. Like I said, I went to the beach for the Puerto Rican?
Yeah, it was the day of the Puerto Rican parade because I was supposed to meet up with y'all, and I was like, no, I'm tired, and then I ended up being in the street all day.
I don't get in this water over here. Only in Jersey. I think Jersey Shore is the only place where I go. I actually get in the water. Here on the East Coast and everything, in Florida is good. I like that water, and then the islands.
Of course.
You can't get me out of Aruba water. So going to the barbecue.
But how was the beach though?
The beach was
Did they have
cool.
music? Because they usually on Sundays and during the summertime they put salsa and they have little concerts and stuff.
It wasn't as live.
Really?
There was crowds, and
Right.
I can't do that.
Oh, in the music area was crowds.
Yeah, we were right next to that. But we were chilling, we were talking. It was good to catch up with the cousin, see that she's doing good. When everybody's busy right now. Everybody, including us, we're all busy right now. And it's a good busy.
Yeah.
And everybody, they're doing their thing. So we just caught up, and then what else happened? Ended up going to the barbecue. Started drinking.
I don't know if you guys follow us on Instagram. If you did, you would have saw the before and the after of his drinking.
So I was drinking, and one of the little nieces came up to me. I forgot if it was with like a play gun or something like that. It was like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you. And so I think I had an umbrella or something nearby, and she was like, you can't shoot me, I'm a kid. And I was like, I'm gonna shoot you in your kneecaps. So
You talking about love? She's like 5 years old, 6 years old. Poor baby baby, that was after I left or before when I was there. Poor baby must have been like, what
I
the?
can't even tell me. Your sister reminded me. She reminded me. I like totally, completely out. But that was it. That was pretty much it. The 4 weeks, like,
Crazy behind.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's usually you can be in the calle, and this time I'm the one that be in the calle. Mind you, I'm going away again at the end of the month. So, guys, I'm taking up y'all suggestions, and I'm
Instagram.
I'm outside.
No, and then whatever I was working on this past weekend, that's what I was supposed to be doing over the last 2 weeks, and it has been hell on wheels. This last weekend, I barely got any sleep. I was working on something where I couldn't stop, and it was just, which I can't talk about right now. It's by the next episode, I'm gonna be talking about it, and it'll all make sense. But oh man, it was hell. Like I just really didn't have a great last weekend. I had my outfit out for 4th of July. I was gonna go down to Dumbo. I was gonna watch. Couldn't.
No.
What was supposed to be 2 hours ended up being 24 hours. And so, me quedé en la casa. I was like, you know what? It is what it is.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta stay inside.
Yeah. Guys, so if you like the conversation, please like, share, subscribe. We wanted to give, so I don't know if you noticed in the previous episode, what was I talking about?
Both episodes. So yours was about the Young Lords.
So in the Young Lords episode, and I didn't cut it out of the video, audience, I clapped, right? And so for those who edit, clapping it's a thing, right? In editing. But that wasn't in editing clap. That was, in my mind, we have an audience, a live audience, and we were clapping because Jose did such a good job. In my mind, that's what played out. I didn't cut it out because me and the audience was clapping.
Yeah, we're clapping for Jose.
But what I wanted to do was, the last 2 episodes, I wanted to thank Jose Torres who has the show from At the Record.
From the record underscore.
Don't kill me, Jose.
From the record underscore. I should know because that's where I got my hat from that everybody was talking junk about.
Our last 2 videos are, solely dependent on the content that he did, and he did such an amazing job. He did a fantastic job, and we couldn't create that episode, so we wanted to give him his proper credit for what he did. Thank you, Jose.
Yeah, his channel is amazing. I love it. If you're into music, film, culture, and history, you'll love his channel. I've learned so much. Like I've told you guys before, I've been trying to reconnect with my roots more, and I've learned so much from his channel. He really goes into detail with a lot of the stuff.
If you ask me to go eat with you, if you're not paying the bill, don't ask me to go. Don't ask me to go to lunch. Don't ask me to go to dinner. Don't ask me to go nowhere if you ain't paying for the bill. And you can call me cheap or whatever you want. It's all good. See, I think like this. If I'm hungry and I want something to eat and I ask you to come eat with me, I'm paying for the bill because I'm the one who asked you to come eat with me. Now, if we both together come to an agreement, if we both together go, hey, we hungry, you hungry, I'm hungry too, let's eat. If it's that, I'm gonna pay for the bill. But if you hungry, and you ask me to come eat with you, and I wasn't even thinking about eating, I'm at home reading, chilling, praying, getting closer to God, and you ask me to come eat with you, and I leave everything that I'm doing to come eat with you, you should pay for the bill. But no, your expectations is, you the man, you supposed to pay. Okay, that's your expectation? So that means that any woman around the world, if they hungry, they could just call up any man at any given time, and he's supposed to come and pay for their food. That means that they ain't got to pay food for the rest of their life, if that's the case, if that's your expectation. But what about our expectations? If that's your expectation, okay. But what about our expectations? Huh? Why don't y'all meet our expectations? See, your expectation, you want your expectations to be executed. That's what you want. Your expectations, they have to be executed. Our expectations are reviewed. They're reviewed.
What's your thoughts on that?
So I have a few thoughts. Does he mean like like a love interest, or does he mean like a friend? So that it depends, right? I think.
So I'm assuming that it's a girl.
He's talking about like a girl,
yeah,
like he's interested in like a date.
they're dating.
I don't date. I mean, I don't date. I do try to date my husband every once in a while, but I don't really date, so it's difficult. But I think there's times that I'm like, I'll tell my husband, "Oh, come on, let's go out to eat. It might treat," you know. And then there's sometimes that, most of the time, if we do a go out
So
to eat,
if it was your homegirl, and she presented that scenario to you, what would you say?
It depends. Like, for example, I met up with my best friend, and I'm like, it was actually her suggesting, kind of like, she was like, "Oh, I've been dying to go to this place. Da, 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 we should meet up." I ended up treating her just because, like, "Oh, I haven't seen you around." My treat, and I paid. So I don't know. I think it depends on the situation. Also, y'all know I'm frugal because I'm not allowed to use the other word. So.
So no,
yeah, no, I'm a little frugal. So if you take me to an expensive ass place and you're ordering all these drinks, you best believe you treated me, boo. If you're the one that invited me, because I didn't come with expectations to pay all this money.
so let's say your homegirl comes to you and she says, "Okay, so I'm inviting this guy to go, or I call this guy to go eat. Should he pay?" So now your homegirl is giving you the same situation. Should he pay, or should she be the one that pays? Given his situation that he described.
The way he describes. I don't know. That's a tricky one, because like if she's just randomly like, "Oh, let's go out to eat," I think maybe she should probably pay. Like, "Oh, it's my treat." Especially if they've been like dating for a while. I think if you're in the initial dating, I'm a little old school, and like I said, I haven't dated in so long. But so if we're in the initial dating and we're just talking, and I'm like, "Oh, I would love to go to this place. We should go eat." Da 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 da. And we end up going, and we just started dating. You should definitely pay, because like you're courting that person, right? But if we've been like dating for a little while, I don't see nothing wrong with a woman saying like, "Oh, I want to take you out to eat." Or if you guys are in an arrangement that I plan one date, you plan one date, and I treat you one time. There's different scenarios. I don't know. That's a tricky one. It's funny though, because like you tend to do that with friendships, and I always tell you, "But why you always pay?"
Yeah, I have a lot of female friends.
Right. And I feel like you shouldn't pay because they're just friendships.
No, I never feel comfortable with a woman paying for my food.
So
like,
that's...
Unless it's my birthday. If they tell me, "Oh, I'm going to take you out to eat for your birthday," then the expectation is...
So what if I randomly call you or one of your friends, because you have that dilemma? So that's a good question more for you than for me, because So that's a good question. So one of your friends randomly says, "Oh, I want to go to this restaurant. Come on, let's go out to eat." Are you automatically going to pay just because?
Who's going?
Just you and her. But she's the one that invited you. "I want to go to this restaurant. Let's go out to eat, blah, blah, blah."
So I know exactly this situation, and we're going to be fighting at the table because she's going to want to pay. And my work around that is like, let's go somewhere to drink, and then you could buy me a drink.
But why? Why?
Because that's just how I am. I can't have...
But it's not a love interest. It's not a, like...
It doesn't matter for me. Women can't walk on the outside of the sidewalk.
Right, that's the old school, the way they taught us old school.
And so that's just what feels comfortable for me. I'm never gonna... No.
So what happens if one of your friends tells you, "Okay, Lou, come on, let's go out to eat. I want to treat you." You wouldn't go?
Then that's a signal.
Even if it's not your birthday? Just randomly, let's go out to eat.
We're gonna fight at the table. And if I can, I'll get up and I'll signal to the waiter. Maybe like when she goes to the bathroom, I'll be like, "Can you have the check ready?" So that when I
find that so weird. So okay, now in a dating situation, let's switch.
My situation is different. If I'm dating a dude, if I'm going out, then you know what I'm saying. It's who invites.
So it's who invites if you're dating.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's two guys.
Because it's two guys, but that don't make no sense. Because like the girl is just a homegirl. That's just a friend.
I can't.
But the guy is like, you're dating.
Yeah, I can.
So okay, so in a dating situation, it's who invites.
Well,
So if
in
the
my situation,
right
my
in your
situation,
situation,
it's who invites.
so in a woman's situation, if a woman is dating,
Another woman.
okay. So if a woman is
I don't
dating
know.
another
I don't
woman,
know. Yeah, if we have any women who date women in the audience,
how do you guys feel?
in the thing, I don't know.
So
I'm gonna assume it's probably the same thing. It's who invites who.
so you feel in a situation of a woman dating a man, the man should always pay?
I'm not saying that.
But because you feel that way in terms of even with your girlfriends, like your friendships.
Yeah.
So you would feel that a woman dating a man, the man should always pay.
If the man feels like, and again, I'm not imposing, like, because I know.
These are just our thoughts. Like I said, I haven't dated.
These people are evil. These people
Listen,
are evil out there.
well, let them talk, because we're in different scenarios. I've been married for 1,000 years, so obviously I'm not dating, and then you have a different dating situation. So this is just our thoughts.
So if you feel like, first of all, so I seen somebody post that if a guy is really interested in a woman, she's not gonna have to like make too much of an effort. He's gonna do what he has to do. I mean, the generation is different now, and how they view things. Where people were courting more back in the days, and then we're not talking. I'm not trying to come down on any generation, right? But if you feel like what I'm saying, like I don't feel like paying for dinner, then just like reject being with her, you know what I'm saying? For
don't
that
invite.
Day, right?
Don't
like,
invite.
Don't take. If she says, "Oh, I want to go out to eat," and you feel like, "Oh, I'm gonna be paying for this," and you really don't want to pay for it, then just be like, "Nah, I'm a little bit busy right now." I mean, that's what I would think.
That's what you would do.
I don't know, but it's always gonna feel weird. But I'll say this, that I think if women are gonna pay for it, like do it. Like not secretly, but like in a situation like that where the man is expecting the bill and it's like, oh, I already took care of it, right? Like I wanted to do that for you, like special for you,
like behind his back when he's not there.
Yeah, I think the guy
not letting him know ahead of time that she wanted to pay. More like,
go to the bathroom and be like, can you get the bill ready and I'll pay for it when I come out, like as a kind gesture, because he's gonna be looking out for the bill, and be like, no, I took care of it. I wanted to do something special for you. I think that's dope. When I see stuff like
while
that
they date,
online,
you mean like while they're dating?
Yeah.
Even like a first date, you think that's okay?
I don't think so.
You don't think on a first date
first
either?
Date feels weird.
Yeah.
I think for anybody, I don't know.
I agree. That's why I said like dating. I think if we're in the initial dating, I think the man should pay. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I think the man should pay. I don't think the women should be exagerada either. You know what I'm saying? Because these women are just going out there just trying to get a meal, trying to take doggy bags home. Like don't be ridiculous. If you're not into a man, don't go out just for a meal. That's tacky.
That's gonna fall on dead ears.
Yeah, that's tacky. If you're not really interested, leave that man alone. But I think the man should pay initially. But once you, like I said, once you guys been dating for a while, I don't see nothing wrong with you saying, "Oh, come on, babe, let's go." My treat. But I think that's cute the way you say it. Just do it, behind their back without them even notice. I think that's cute. That's a cute way to go about it. That's interesting. So I know next time we go out to eat, I'm gonna have to hide and go pay the bill when you're not looking. I don't know. You guys tell us. What do you guys think about this video?
In the last episode that we did, you had said something about it in the referencing about. If you want to enjoy our culture, you have to, immerse in all of it, the pain, the struggle, all of that. And so I created a post replying to that because I said, just listening in the conversation, it sounds like it was everybody else. But then after seeing it, I realized that, wait a minute, that's us.
Right.
Us, like everybody, including Puerto Ricans and anybody else. Right. So what are your thoughts on that?
So I've been working on expressing myself better, especially my thoughts. Sometimes I tend to be all over the place, but I'm glad that you made that post and you made that clarification, because while I did mean other people, enjoying our culture, coming to Puerto Rico, going to the Bad Bunny concerts, enjoying our beaches, food, our music, and stuff like that, I was also mainly speaking to us, Puerto Ricans, especially those of us in the diaspora. We proudly say, "Yo soy Boricua," all the time. But so we should just be just as passionate about the awareness as we are about celebrating the culture, and just, celebrating ourselves and our flags and our music. So we definitely, yeah, others, while they enjoy us, we want them to also know, show awareness and respect to what's going on. But like you said, especially us, like we're the first ones that need to, and it's something that I need to, that I've, with the reconnecting to my roots, that I want to do, is something that I want to do more of, which is really invest in learning more about what's going on in Puerto Rico, the struggles. That's one of the other reasons why Jose's channel is so, is so good and it's important, because he really dives deep into a lot of the issues.
Right.
It's easier for you to go in and, and learn and stuff like that, while he's also celebrating culture and music and all of that. So yeah, and that's the reason why I had said that I respect what Bad Bunny's doing with his platform, is that he's, not only is he celebrating the island and his love for the people, but he's shining the light on the struggles. And I think more artists should do it, but not only the artists, also just us regular people should also make sure that we investing, us Puerto Ricans that are in the diaspora. Just because we no longer live on the island doesn't mean that we shouldn't help, you know, bring awareness to what's going on there.
I don't know if I want to keep this part, the next
No.
part that I'm gonna say, but a lot of the comments and things like that, like, so a lot of people are, I had to let somebody know that you were actually born on the island, and for me, here's what it is with me, is depending on who's asking me, is what my response is, right? And so I know I'm born and raised here, born in Brooklyn, raised in New York, like raised in the Bronx, and so depending on who I'm talking to, is what my response will be. So what people don't understand, and this is what I didn't have a sense of until I started traveling within the United States, right? Everywhere outside of New York, what people recognize as Latinos are just strictly Mexican. So if we go anywhere else, we would be Mexican outside of New York.
Oh, I was
It
gonna
doesn't
say,
matter.
outside of New York.
Outside of New York, we would be Mexican.
Oh, because
In LA,
you lived in
Mexican.
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mexican. So in New York, if I was to say, if somebody was to come up to me and ask me, and I was to say, "Oh, I'm American," if they were to ask me, what are you? And I would say American, they'd be like, no. They'd be like, where are you from?
Where
Like,
you
where's
from?
your family from?
Right.
And then I'd have to break down, my family's Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Okay.
The people who get me the most pissed are the people who have lived on the island, maybe went to school, and then come here, and they're the only people who will be like, oh, you guys are not real Puerto Ricans, right? Versus, and this is why I love Dominicans, and I love the Puerto Ricans who are on the island and have never really come here, because when they ask me, right? So when I have, going back to what I was saying earlier, when they ask me, if a Puerto Rican asks me from the island, where you from? I'd be like, oh, I'm from, New York. But they'll be like, no, but where? Like, and I'd be like, oh, my dad is from Puerto Rico and my mom is from Dominican Republic. And so the people from the island will be like, oh, don't deny us, it's in your blood. Now, when I get to Dominican Republic, which I'm always there, I'll be like, no, soy americano, and tú sabes, my family's from here, Dominican Republic, and they'll be like, no, tú tienes eso en la sangre, no lo niegues, no lo niegues. Like,
They want you to rep them.
No, you're not going to glide over that. No, that's in your blood. That's in your blood. They're very proud, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the love. And so, when people decide to, oh, you guys are not, like, it makes you almost feel like a foster child. And we spoke about this in the, like, you feel like you don't belong.
You don't belong.
And then somebody in their uprighteous way feels like, oh, because you're not born on the island, you can't claim to be Puerto Rican. Like, I'm never
Right. There was somebody in the comments that said, oh, fake ASS Puerto Ricans in New York.
Yeah, like, so what? So what? Like, mind your business. Like, anyway, We're gonna decide if we're gonna keep that.
Right. No, and I say
just like get that
no.
off
That's
the
that's
chest,
a
bro.
tale as old as time. That's a conflict. For some reason, a lot of Puerto Ricans do tend to do that to each other. Especially those of us in the diaspora, or those of us that are born here from descendants, like me. Like you said, you had to answer that person. Oh, she was born in the island. I don't answer. I don't care. It don't make me no difference. I've spoken about the assimilation and how difficult it is to feel like you don't belong either or. So those comments would get someone else. Me, I don't care.
No, let me tell you, the person caught me at like
But
5
they-
o'clock in the morning with one eye open. I things like that don't bother me. I know where I'm
Yeah.
from. You know what I'm saying? I'm born here in New York. I rep Puerto Rico. I rep Dominican Republic. But
it's like it's not fair. And those same people they say, oh, you're not real Puerto Ricans, are the ones that love a Mark Anthony, love a J Lo. They're New Yorkers just as well. We have it in our blood. Puerto Rican is en la sangre, like they say. So.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of that mess, but
I
that's
love my
nothing
Puerto Ricans
new.
from the
That's nothing
island.
new,
I
but it
love
does
my
happen a
Dominicans
lot.
from the island.
It does happen a lot.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Once people touch ground over here, they feel like
All of a sudden,
ya,
it's like
ya, acabaron.
we bring
And
it.
I read, speak, and write in Spanish, so I do better than.
And
most.
you're right.
So,
I do know a lot of Dominicans, and I never hear that. I do only hear that from some Puerto Ricans, and it's a
Yeah.
shame because you should want, no matter where, because remember this is the diaspora. Either your grandparents or your parents had to leave the island for one reason or another. The same way there's people leaving the island now for one reason or another because of all the problems and and issues that are going. They feel the need to leave in order to better their lives, but you should always want them to claim, like you said, oh no, don't deny it. They tell you in DR, don't deny it. That's in your blood. That's what every Puerto Rican should tell every other Puerto Rican that has like el borinquen en la sangre. It's like, don't deny who you are. You are one of us. So that should be what they're telling everybody. Not this whole you're not a real Puerto Rican or versus not.
We know.
That hurts our feelings. The same way you guys try to
Yeah.
tell me that I'm not a native born New Yorker.
Before those comments
That hurts my feelings.
Before those comments started coming through, I didn't know that when we spoke about that. I didn't know that was a trend going on social media.
The what?
J Lo sparked this whole thing
About the Puerto Rican?
About being a real New Yorker. I didn't know that.
Really?
That was a trend
I didn't
going
know
on.
either.
When we were talking about it. It was a thing. So they said that you had to have been born here, went to school here. Like it has to be on your birth certificate. And
So my brother's right. It has to be on my birth certificate.
Wait.
So make me pull out the hat again.
So then I was like, oh shit, you know what? I never realized it because I'm born and raised here. So like when people say, oh, you're a New York, I'm a New Yorker because I'm born and raised here. So I was going to come on the show and I was going to tell you, wait, I got to agree with that. I got your back because you're my cousin. I don't care. I got your back. Behind that, I don't care. No, I got your back. But
I'm technically not a native New Yorker.
I agree with them. Like if
we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to run it back. I'm gonna have to come pull out the hat, and we're gonna have to run it back.
I agree, but I'm biased because
mind you, the hat came from the record underscore.
Yo,
all right, Jose's channel, the native New Yorker. Don't make me run back the hat.
I felt bad because I was like, yo, I agree. Like you have to have like
been born here,
been born to be like a native New Yorker.
So I can be a New Yorker. I just can't be a native New Yorker.
Yeah, native New Yorker versus.
I don't know. That don't feel right with my soul. I feel like I should be a native New Yorker.
Damn. And so then it goes.
Even though I was born on the island.
It circles back to what everybody else is saying. Then you can't be Puerto Rican, and then somebody made a good point. It's like once you start mixing, like a mix. Puerto Rican and Dominican, then we become something else, and then black with Puerto Rican. It's like technically, yeah, but it is what it is. That's a whole nother subject. I don't even want to touch on it anymore.
Cause y'all gonna run with it, and it's gonna go crazy.
Oh my God, I'm just like, this can't be our people. This can't be our people, yo. Like,
that's what it is. They passionate. Yeah, you guys are passionate. That's what matters.
I'm passionate about other shit, bro. Like, damn, we got enough to worry about and long breaks.
Jesus.
How do you feel about the long breaks when we take them?
It I have mixed feelings because
Yeah.
it feels good to just relax and I have the pressure of going like nonstop. And then we're doing a good job of like releasing them in a good schedule. Like we'll shoot 2 or 3 episodes. I don't know how you old podcasters. I don't know if there anybody watching us and you guys chime in with it. But how does that feel? Like you bulk record and then you let them out little by little. So it's a two thing. So it feels good to just relax. I think we're doing a good job of releasing like the shorts and the release dates in our proper so that so it doesn't feel like we're laxing in that aspect. But in a more and just like us being busy, it kind of feels like I'm not doing much. So I was trying to keep myself like on a schedule, like try to work on something for the podcast, even though I didn't do an amazing job, but I did a decent job of trying to do a little something here so I could feel like I was doing something instead of not doing nothing. So it's weird. It feels good, but it feels weird at the same time. I don't know. What about you? How do you feel about it?
Just this last one surprised me because I had so many things that I had to do, and I knew that I needed to be focused. And when we're recording regularly, I have to take care of this. There's time sensitive things that need to, so I have no other choice, but to do it, right? And so I don't know. It just felt like it would feel good if I was maybe away and like that was the goal, but I was here and like if I'm on vacation, it's a good outlook to say, okay, I can go on vacation, I could be on vacation. But then I'll probably have the flip side of me where I'm on vacation and I'm probably doing some work.
As opposed to when you were home.
And on the contrary, you ended up doing stuff.
A lot,
and so, I got stuff done, but it came at a price, boy.
Because you waited to the last minute and then
show where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be up this late.
Yeah.
I should not be up this late, and so I kind of didn't like it, but I gotta work on me. Yeah,
that's how I feel. Like I did and I didn't, and also like I felt like. Since we pre-recorded, it's funny how we spoke in the 2 episodes about some stuff that was going on, and then something else was trending, and I'm like, oh, we didn't get to speak on that. I wish I would have spoken a little bit more on that. So sometimes that feels a little off, but for the most part, it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than usual because I was no pare la pata the whole time.
Listen, we had in my eyes, we had a clip that went viral. And I'll post it. I'll repost it because it's really short. And what we refer to as those that are following us, we refer to you guys as our cousins. You are our cousins. We're cousins, but you guys are our cousins too. And what that clip showed me is that we family. We family. Everybody's just as crazy. Everybody's
not the
just
only
as crazy.
ones.
No. Listen. So we had somebody in the comments. I'm gonna try to find their handle and who chased their sister around the house with a knife. I'm like, oh, you love your sister. So I'm gonna tell a quick story, and then I'll let you have an opportunity to tell yours, and then we're gonna have audience participation. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna give a disclaimer because my little sister's gonna watch this episode. Okay, in my mind, I had a story and this is how the story goes. So one day, my little sister wakes me up, and she has severe asthma. I mean, so much asthma that she can actually die, right? So it's bad. Like, she has to be hospitalized for this asthma. And so one day she wakes me up, and we don't want to wake up mommy or papi. And so I remember being, like, still underage, and she's younger than me, but I've always had a deep voice. So I knew 2 things. I knew, one, that I didn't need her insurance card, because if she had asthma, they were just gonna triage her in to the emergency room and treat her. So I put her on my I told her to climb on my back. I put her on my waist, and we walk up the hill to the hospital. and she gets treated. So I call her. In my mind, I got the cape. I'm the
You were the hero.
I'm the superhero. And she quickly shot that down. She said, no, we walked up there, and this sounds like me. She said that the doctor in the hospital was reading a book on like what to do next with her, and gave her an injection, and I started screaming at him. Now that
sounds like you.
And I was screaming at her. I was screaming at the doctor because I was like, and this is me in my mind. I'm like, I'm underage. I'm like, you're not leaving me confident that you know what you're doing as a doctor. And so that's the way the story, I guess, went. So my version is nicer. I like my version.
You like it because you were the hero.
Yeah. So what's your...
So one of my funny memories of my brother. If anybody who knows my brother, they know that my brother's very like tough. But I always to be like, you've been a snitch since you was little. So what my mother used to do is, I'm like, you've been a snitch since you were young. My mother used to do when I was dating already, like when I was of age and I was able to date, she would make him go with me on the dates. So I would have to take him with me to the movies or wherever we were going. I had to take my brother with me. And then as soon as we would get home, my mother would take him to the room and just like. And my boy used to swing. She was in the bathroom 15 extra minutes, like, and every detail by detail. He would tell him everything that was going on. So if you ask him, he said that did not happen, and that's not true. So I don't know what's the true story, but I know mine is the true story because I have people that verify that he used to tell.
All right. So the whole point of telling that story is, while people do get angry with their siblings and they have those bonds and those relationships, some people they were wilding out in the comments on the things, and I know that they love their siblings. So here's what I want you to do. This is going to be a post, and I want you to tag your sibling to this post, and I want you to think of a story that only you two guys know about. It has to be 1 to 3 words max. So mine's, for my little sister, is eyebrows, right? She's the only one who's going to know what that story is. And that's why I love you, because I was able to do that for you. What is yours?
Mine's is 218 fight for my sister.
218 fight, okay. You can have left it at 218.
Okay, 218.
218.
PS 218.
Well, we know what happened.
Cut it. PS 218 for my sister.
Awesome. So tag your sibling in there and tag your one-line story. It could be Summer Jam 1996, whatever it is. Tag them. They love you.
That's it.
I have one more question. And I'll probably move it around or whatever. But do you give restaurants a pass if they're upfront about we're short staffed? Do you give them a pass on their service?
I do give them some grace if they're ahead of time that I'm sorry, we're a little whatever. But tampoco don't overdo it because we're not waiting 3.
What's overdoing?
I don't know. Every situation is different, right? So, I mean, obviously, if you haven't come take my order in freaking 35 minutes, that's a little bit OD, At least bring me a drink or something while I'm waiting, take my order.
Okay.
I don't want to give specific minutes and time because, like I said, it depends on the situation. But I mean, if you let me know ahead of time, like I'm sorry, we're a little short staffed, we're gonna be slow. Then I already have that in my mind, not to expect super fast service.
What if they tell you the kitchen is delayed an hour?
Not if I'm hungry, baby.
And you're at the door, you're like, hey guys, we can sit you down, but the kitchen is delayed an hour.
Unless I'm good with drinking for a little while, then I'll wait. I'll have a few drinks. But if I'm hungry, I'm going somewhere else.
I'm glad you said drinking. Let me tell you something. I forgot because my notes are all over the place. Yo, this one tagged me. And she, you gotta follow her. Follow her so you can call her out. Follow her so you can call her
Oh,
out.
I forgot about that one.
She tagged me, and so the whole thing is that she's supposed to be going out and be like doing this thing, these activities, and whatever. She tagged me with 2 drinks. She posted something on social media, and this is, if you've been following us, she doesn't drink. DK. And she tagged me with a Corona, and I don't know.
A Cosmo, that's my to go. I had a Cosmo and a Corona.
I was like, yo, she's an alcoholic. She is an alcoholic.
So it was a random. My sister, my sister's best friend's birthday was like 2 days after, but I was gonna be out in Niagara Falls, so I forgot to talk about that in the run. I'm glad you brought that up. So they're like, oh, let's go out to eat. Mind you, we were supposed to have a meeting, and I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, all right, let me go with them, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot about Lou's meeting, so now let me tag Lou. Hey, tagging you, letting you know this is what he's the one that kept telling me from the beginning. You gotta go out. Boy, I'm going out.
But she claims every episode, oh, I don't be drinking. I don't drink like that. And I mean, you guys, tell me if I'm lying. She's always drinking.
I am not.
She's always drinking.
It would sound that way, but I'm not. I have what is that I'm a lightweight. So like if I do go out, I'm not saying that I don't drink at all, right? So if I do go out, I'm obviously gonna have at least 1 drink. But that's all it usually takes is 1 drink and I'm drunk.
Nah, I had what did I have during the barbecue?
Cut waters.
Cut waters.
Those things are ridiculous. I had 1 y eso se me cayó una. And so I had half of 1. That's it. I was nice.
And I think I mixed at a certain point. I was mixing that.
Yeah, because I tagged you. You had the cut waters. We had the Coronas. You was just
Yeah.
He started with the bachata, cortavenas, and ended up with the reggae. The reggae. Yeah. We had a ball though. We did.
All right, guys. If you like that, please like, share, subscribe, and until next time. We love you.